Told you.
Oh, man.
Robot questions.
Come on.
All right, TJ, obviously, what so much of your guys' success for the last couple of years has become because of your style of play, because you guys are doing a lot of things other people don't. What do you think is important for you guys to sort of maintain as bedrock, and what do you think you guys, in which ways do you think you have to adapt and change with Tyrese not being available?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Ty not being able to play this year is tough, and you can't replace a guy like that. But I think the thing that we need to focus on is that, you know, we've established a culture, a style of play, and Rick has done a great job of that. And the standard is the standard. That, you know, we obviously have to do things a little differently, you know, without a all-star caliber point guard, but it's just everyone stepping up in a different role, but we're not gonna change how we play.
You're like the third person who's quoted Tomlin today, by the way, so.
Well, I'm a Pittsburgh
There you
student,
go.
so it's quite easy.
What changes in terms of the gravity with Tyrese? I guess, how does that change the way you guys can operate offensively when you take somebody who's that good at drawing two bodies? I mean, how does that kind of have a trickle-down effect, I guess?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
what does that mean for you guys?
I don't think, I mean, in terms of style of play and the pace, you know, it doesn't change, but the gravity that an all-star caliber point guard brings and an all-NBA caliber point guard brings is, you can't replace it. So I think as, you know, our coaching staff and as players, we gotta find ways to create advantages and get in the paint and get our ball movement going.
Something Ty mentioned when talking about you, and he also mentioned Drew and Pascal, is the leadership role you guys have to step into without him, and James is not around now. What kind of onus do you put on yourself to do something like that with this specific team?
Yeah, I've never been a guy to use my voice too much. I've been one of those people to kind of lead by example, but when I see something, I'll say it. But I think, you know, James and Tyrese were those constant voices, and I think not only myself, but, you know, others who have been doing this a little bit have to step up and have more of a voice, not just when they see something.
What do you think will be important for Pascal, especially from a basketball perspective, and that new environment on the court that you just described?
For Pascal?
Yeah.
I mean, he's an amazing leader already. He's, you know, had us in Orlando these last 2 years, you know, kind of creating that camaraderie already. But you can already see him using his voice more and doing more in every aspect, both on and off the court.
Just to keep going on Pascal, Rick talked about him as a secondary ball handler. How important and helpful is that, basically? You guys have been able to play with two guys on the court, whether it was you and Ty, you and Drew and Ty. How important is it to have a guy, and helpful with everything is to have a guy who's 6'8" and can also be a secondary ball handler?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a guy like that, then that can bring the ball up the floor, create offense, and pretty much do everything. I think it eases, you know, everyone. You know, it takes, you know, weight off a lot of people's shoulders, especially, you know, Drew, who's going to be playing more minutes than he usually does, probably at point guard and shooting guard. But the ability to have P bring the ball up the floor, you know, it throws a wrinkle in there that, you know, we can really use.
Hey, TJ. We saw you at the Fever game yesterday. How is it important to support them, and how is it like the bond that you share with the Fever?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. All the players in the Fever come and support us, you know, especially in the playoffs, and the bond that, you know, not only us and the Fever have, but the Colts as well. I don't think many cities are like that. I think it's a really cool thing that we have. You know, everyone supports everyone, and we show up to games and support other players. I think it's an incredible thing that we have here.
You have a message for Game 5 tomorrow?
Let's get a win.
Go ahead. I got the crew question, so if you want to.
Go ahead.
All right. So the city, it's pretty obvious. They're a big fan of yours. They've embraced you. We've seen you on these commercials. They run over and over and over. How cool was it doing that commercial, and just how much does that make you feel like, hey, this city, they're embracing me, and it feels like home to be here?
Obviously, it's my acting debut. It was a seamless transition, and it was fun. Shout out to crew; they're amazing people. But in terms of the love this city shows me and my family, I could be up here forever. From day one, this city has embraced me, supported me, and it's only grown every year I've been here. This organization, this city, this state, the fans, I have a lot of love for. Truly, like, this place is incredible, and I'm so lucky to be able to play here in front of these fans and for this organization.
You talked a little bit about Drew earlier. What do you think changes for him? Because you obviously mentioned the idea of bringing the ball up, but also defending full court. Certainly that's the thing you do all the time. He's certainly got to do it in the starting role. What's kind of important for him to sort of keep in mind in terms of foul trouble, conditioning, all those kinds of things, in terms of making sure he's able to do that as much as possible, do both things?
Yeah, I think for Drew, with Ty being alongside of him, he was able to exert more energy guarding the other team's best player, but he's going to be our starting point guard this year. So I think we're going to have him and other guys step up to take the tough matchups defensively, so Drew can play more minutes at the point guard role. But I know he's up for the challenge to do whatever this team needs. That's just who Drew is and who he's always been.
You guys played your final game like 3 months ago, shorter summer. How did that change the feeling of the mini camp in Orlando and the things you guys have done throughout the offseason?
Yeah, obviously, I think besides Pascal and I think Thomas Bryant, not many guys had played in the finals before. So to play to the very last possible day of the season and then have a mini camp, which felt like 3 weeks later, it's obviously a shortened off season, but we're happy to get back out there and because we felt a little incomplete getting all the way there and not being able to get the job done. So I think all of us want to get back out there and get back there and get over that hump.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
It's hard. It's hard, the mic.
Aaron,